A word for our listeners. Season 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It's not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerds Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our commandos uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring Johnny Brown, Ed Maudlin, Chris Dunn, and Matt Quiett, with John Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Is that better? I'm not happy now? Is that better? Is that better, Ed? Is it better? Is it better? Oh, you're not. You're muted.
Wow, you're talking trash to me, and you're not even giving me the option to respond.
Is that better?
That felt abusive. I'm not feeling like this is a very safe space right now.
Something, snowflake, something.
Speaking of snowflakes.
I'm here with... I didn't do this. I'm here with John.
I think he was referring to the fact your characters are half buried in the snowflakes.
Oh, that's a good point. And Ed?
Yes, I was referring to the fact that we're half buried in snowflakes. I was not adding more abuse to the situation. Thank you very much, Matthew.
And Rob, who I don't think knows how to take us still.
Pardon?
What? Hey, Rob, how's it going?
It's okay. It's a rapport that's been built up over the last few months.
It's fine.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
No, I have a little bit of hearing problems. I honestly didn't hear what he said.
Oh,
That's all right. All of us do.
Fast.
Everybody but Ed is dealing with some hearing problems right now.
Yeah. And vision.
Yeah.
And vision problems.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who can actually hear and see everything.
You're the
that's
old
going
guy
on.
at the table.
And I'm the oldest guy here. What is wrong with the three of you?
Genetics.
Lots of heavy metal music.
That too.
All right. So, John, why don't you take us back out to the snow and cold?
Yep. All right. So when last we saw our silent but deadly commandos, they had killed.
That still tickles me.
They had killed some wolves.
Successfully defended wolf incursion.
I was worthless.
No, you shot the one.
You just shoot one, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No?
I missed everything. I missed every. I shot and missed. I swung
Stabbed
with a
twice.
bayonet and missed twice. Yeah, no, I was worthless in that encounter.
I'm going to walk over and be
Well,
like, you want to point this end at the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Pointy end goes
Yeah.
on them.
Yes.
You should go back and listen to the Masks early episodes
Yeah.
where my hard-boiled private detective who had like a 75 in pistols couldn't shoot anything but a tied-up bad guy. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
it was
times.
ridiculous.
Good times.
Although I did beat two very skilled swordsmen with a chair.
Yeah, almost.
That was
And he would have
badass.
gotten away with it too, had he not fallen out the window.
Oh.
I had only one hit point above consciousness, and so I think I took a D4 or a D6
Yeah,
and rolled like 1, and it was put me out.
yeah,
It was bad.
yeah. He successfully defended with a chair that he's not in any way, shape, or form trained with against two guys with swords. Broke the window to jump out. It jumped out, tripped on the
ground,
windowsill,
yeah.
and knocked his head on the
I'm
ground.
sorry. I want to go back to the beginning of that sentence.
Yeah.
Had not trained with a chair. Can you explain to me the martial art where you train with a chair?
You ever seen a Jackie Chan movie?
Chair foo. Fair enough.
I would like to come back with a second type of fisticuffs that includes chairs. Wrestling.
Wrestling. That would be
That's good.
professional wrestling,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
Greco-Roman
That's
or
true.
college.
Greco-Roman wrestling, not so much. Professional, quote unquote, wrestling, lots of chair usage. Tables, ladders, even. Tables,
Wrestling.
ladders, and chairs, even.
Wrestling entertainment.
Yep.
They also use chain link fence, I believe.
Yes, and sledgehammers and baseball bats with
Yes.
barbed wire wrapped around them.
Sometimes thumbtacks.
That's
Sometimes
true. Yeah,
thumbtacks,
yeah.
yes.
Also coffins. They use full coffins.
They do.
Yeah. So none of that happened in our fight, though.
No.
We owned those wolves.
You did.
We didn't even get bit.
Because your guns do a lot of damage and their stats were really low.
Yeah, that's how.
I mean,
wolves
they
work.
can their bite was not even as good as your fist.
All right.
So you guys had driven off a pack of wolves.
Yes.
And
And we're going to continue looking for Corporal
Wells.
Wells and Halford.
Halford.
Yep. Yeah.
Like Rob Halford?
Yes.
Like eventually he's going to father the front man for
Yep, that guy.
that guy. Okay.
Well, I mean, hopefully, if you save him.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess we need to save him now.
Otherwise, we might change the future.
What's the band? Rob Halford and
I'm having trouble remembering pretty much anything right now.
God, never mind. All right.
So
Great story, Ed.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are you are attempting to find the tracks. They were getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the skirmish with the wolf pack has obscured all the potential for you to continue tracking it.
So great.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do, Commander?
Wing Commander Llewellyn?
Well, you said the tracks lead off to the woods.
Yeah.
There.
Well, but we've all but lost them now.
Okay.
Yeah, between
Because
the extra snow that fell during the day and the wolves kind of coming in and messing everything up, your tracker has lost the trail.
All right.
There isn't much of a trail left, I don't
Right.
think.
No,
So-
you could continue in one direction based off the where they were leading.
Do we have a map with us?
You would probably have a map of the area, yeah.
Can
Maybe not super detailed.
could
out
we
here in the
check
wild.
to see get a basic idea if there's anything that he might be walking towards?
Yeah, you look at it and there doesn't seem to be anything marked. I mean, like I said, this is wild country, wild hill country. There's not anything but the two towns that you're aware of, and the hunters, little place of any interest. I mean, there's probably another homestead or two nearby, but you don't know. They're not marked.
Yeah.
Because this map isn't great on the details.
And we were going south or north?
You were headed northish this time because you went to the other side of the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, Commander.
Yeah. Because we've lost the trail. We could push on, but at this point it's chasing wild game. It doesn't... We don't know if he would change directions. We also know it's causing the path to get lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
And then at this point, your remaining NPC, Corporal William,
Is missing?
no,
Okay.
says, he's huffing and puffing with the radio on his back, and he says, Commander, I don't mean to rush you or tell you what your business, but it's time to check in with
Yeah.
base.
We should probably go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Maybe they've got word from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You may roll radio operator.
Yep.
38.
Under
71.
Yeah. The connection's a little dodgy because of
Yeah,
the hills,
sure.
but you are, 90% sure everything is fine and nothing new to report.
I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
We should probably huff back to the camp.
'Kay.
Start digging our way out in the morning.
All right. I'll lead them back. I assume I can follow our own tracks.
Oh yeah, no, it's no problem for you to lead them back, even though it is dark. Go back the way you came.
Can we drag one of the wolves?
You could, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take one of the wolves back with us.
Do you want
The
the
alpha
alpha or one of those?
Yeah, let's take the alpha.
Okay.
I mean, if we're going to take one of them, we're going to take the big one.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Why?
Something's wrong with these wolves. They don't act like
True.
this. And maybe
Okay.
it could be physiological. And if not, then it's something environmental. And either way, there was no reason for that pack of wolves to attack us last night.
Okay.
I mean, that's solid, sane logic, right?
You mean just
Sure.
now?
Just now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely logic to that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
It's all insane. I don't know. Yeah. So you guys head back to the camp.
Yep.
Okay. You guys pack it in for the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
keep a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to divide this up?
Again, we'll do 2 hours. I'll take a watch.
Are we going to leave the other guy?
Williams.
Williams? No, yeah, Williams. Is he going to have a watch?
Yes, but we need to find a way to make sure that he doesn't run off.
Maybe.
Maybe we just say that he's been watching the camp all day, and the three of us take watches, or
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
So
a better
don't
way
let
to
him
do
have
it.
a watch.
don't let him have a watch.
Yeah. Let's let him get a good night's sleep.
I mean,
Yeah.
he did pack around that heavy radio all day, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day, like in the last 4 hours.
Well, look,
I'm just saying.
yes,
Gotta keep
He's also made like 2 round trips to this town. He's been on the road a lot,
Sure.
and
Okay.
I mean he is sketchy as hell. So
Okay. So you let him sleep. Who has first watch?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Sounds good. What skill do you want to rely on?
Spot hidden. Oh man, I'm 2 over. 27 over 25. I don't see nothing. Great.
I mean, is that your best
Yep.
watch score?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep.
You don't have a better listen score?
Nope.
He's got a track skill. That's his.
Yeah.
That was his specialty. Yeah. So you're doing your watch, and everything's quiet. The wolves are gone. The wolves aren't
Put a
howling.
bell on him.
Should have put a bell on him because he walks up or Williams is there beside you suddenly, hands you a cup of tea, hot tea. Says,
I stab him 4 times in the gut. I do
Captain?
probably jump back and point my gun at him before I realize that it's him.
okay. Says, oh, sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to disturb you. I just felt like a spot of tea and thought maybe you.
Should
Wanna-
be sleeping?
I mean,
Private?
it's-
Corporal?
corporal.
Corporal?
Yeah. I was just. It's been a day. I mean. I didn't do as much walking as you, so I just I was trying to turn in, thought maybe some tea would relax
Yeah.
me, and wanted to offer you some. That's all.
Can I roll psychology to see if he's being weird?
Sure,
I've got like a 5%, so
Yeah.
this is going to be a no.
you can roll it.
I got
Also
80.
You're also New Zealander. You don't drink tea, mostly beer.
Could be.
I've been in His Majesty's service long enough. I probably learned to drink a little bit of tea.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
the tea from him.
okay. Do you drink it?
Does he stand there waiting for me to drink it?
No, he turns around and goes back to bed. Good night, Captain. Sorry to bother you.
Man, do I have a reason to be paranoid about this? Or is that just player knowledge that's making me paranoid?
He has done run off, 2 members of our crew.
I'm going to smell the tea.
Okay.
Sit there. Can I use my survival
Yes.
to see if there's anything wrong with it?
Sure.
Nope, I'm just going to drink the tea.
Okay.
Clearly it's fine. Yeah, I drink the tea.
Awesome.
And now I die.
So your watch goes by without any further incident.
Mhm.
And you wake up the commander.
Yep.
And turn in.
Yes.
Okay. Sanity check, please.
Sure. Sure. Wait, hold on. No, hold on.
Wrong die.
I can't read those.
No, I had 200 dice.
Yeah.
And no, I failed that sanity check.
Cool. Roll a d6.
Cool.
Half.
Cool.
It's just a 1.
Just a 1.
Just a 1.
So there's that curtain,
Yep.
and you're walking towards it,
Yep.
and you want to turn away.
Yep.
Yeah, and but this time it's different. You hear your name called before you get to it in that whispery, raspy voice.
Which was that? What does that sound like?
Come closer. No, what was he
his,
saying?
His name, Kauri Loveridge.
Kauri Loveridge.
And the corpse-like hand kind of snakes out from around the curtain and looks like it's about to pull it aside when your vision is filled instead with a giant gray mass of an animal that just appears in front of you and howls like a wolf or like a man. And
Oh.
instead of
Oh, I'm a wolf, man. That's the worst. I like it.
I'm just taking my cues from him.
But instead of the, last time you saw red eyes in the darkness, darkness comes over you and you see sickened yellow eyes that are far more human than the red eyes were.
Are we talking a werewolf? Like in like werewolf form?
Could be.
Okay.
You have a lot of lore on werewolves?
What I'm saying is, for Matt to picture this correctly, that's what I'm looking at.
They're more human than wolf. They're
Okay.
bestial. You wouldn't really call them wolf.
Okay.
They're off of human eyes.
So Glabro.
Yeah, maybe,
Okay.
yeah.
For all of our listeners
Yeah.
at home, you can look that up through Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yep.
Their forms. Okay. I don't know if I have any folklore. I could roll a cult.
You could.
Where's a cult? Yeah, I got a 5%. Why not? 44. No.
You also have a 5% folklore.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna time jump a little bit backwards. Commander Llewellyn, give me a sanity roll, please.
Sanity roll.
As Corey starts howling.
I fail.
Nice. Roll a d6.
6.
So 3. If you would /3, start with the circle,
Yep.
and then /3. Yeah, you find yourself standing in the woods. It's not the densest part of the woods, but you look around. There's snow, but you can't tell where you are. The moon is out, but it's not full. It's a sickly yellow sliver of a moon. A few clouds kind of wisp across it, and you hear a noise like a stick being snapped, and you turn and you see a hulking gray figure standing off in the shadows. Its eyes seem to glow that yellow, inhuman glow, and it turns and runs off into the woods. And that's it. At that point, Corey wakes you up for your watch.
Lovely.
And if I get a sanity check from...
Well, what do we want to do his watch yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Sanity check.
Yep.
20.
Cool. Yeah, so you find yourself standing in the woods, in the snow, but it's like home.
Okay.
Like there's not it's dark. There's the sliver of the moon, but it's white.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons
yeah,
sign
you
in
smell.
the distance.
The soft glow.
Of the neon
Tim
Tim
Hortons.
Hortons
No.
sign.
No neons yet. I don't think, or not that prevalent. Anyway, and there's a man standing in the shadow of a tree.
You want to box that tidbits, eh?
Oh.
And as he turns and he looks at you, and as he turns away, you kind of get the hint of yellow in his eyes, but it's not. Well, obviously you haven't seen their dreams, but it's not.
I should hope
Yeah,
not.
it's not. It's not that unsettling. It's weird.
Okay.
Like you would call that a nightmare if your choices were dream or nightmare.
Okay.
But it's not.
It would round up to nightmare.
Right.
Got
It's not that scary, but it's definitely weird.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's the dream that
Okay.
McKenzie experiences. So, yeah, Commander Llewellyn, you were woken up by Captain Loveridge. You're told that it's your turn to take watch, and he's turning in.
All right.
A
So I'm probably more than a little shaky after the...
little bit. Loveridge, do you tell him about...
I haven't had my dream yet.
You have not had your dream yet. Sorry, no. Do you tell him about Williams and the tea?
No.
Because
I
that would
die.
make you look incompetent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also, I didn't die. Like, I
Yeah.
drank some tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you die?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, no, I'm just going to go to bed.
All right. So if you would, roll whatever perception skill you would like to roll.
Right. I'll do a spot hidden.
Okay.
And I fail.
Cool. So the night goes by
Cool.
without much incident other than continuing snowfall. What'd you guys do with the wolf, by the way?
It's in the camp area-ish. Like, not
Just off to
directly
the
in the
side?
middle. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you Commander Llewellyn, you finish your watch, and then you go wake up Captain McKenzie.
I'm going to roll a 75 listen, and I'm going to fail it with an 88.
I'm glad we set watches, guys.
We
Nailing it.
are the best. We are the elite.
Yeah.
Nailing it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So I do my watch and forget to take the cotton out of my ears.
Yeah. All right. But, surprisingly, the night goes by without any incident. The sun starts to lighten the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little tired, but, that's fine.
Sure.
So it's the next morning.
Cool.
Everybody's still here?
Everybody is still there.
Wolf's still there?
Wolf is still there.
Okay.
Wolf is still a wolf.
Wolf is still a wolf.
Has it stopped snowing?
It's lessened, but it hasn't stopped. So now at this point, the truck is pretty much buried. You're going to have to dig it out.
I thought they dug it out yesterday.
They did. Okay, you're right. I
Well,
apologize.
Okay.
didn't one guy dig it out because
Yeah.
the other guy ran off into the
Yes.
woods? Okay.
Yeah. So Williams was doing some digging.
Okay. And there's still probably more snow.
Right, and then up the road, it's not going to be hop in and drive away.
Yeah.
Just because you got it moving.
How
So-
long of a walk is it going to be back to base?
Back up the hill. Probably take you the better part of the day without the, but then again, probably take you the better part of the day if you have to keep digging the truck out of the snow. So,
Yep, the truck has heat, right?
in theory.
In theory, yeah.
Set a fire in the back.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
good.
you could skin that wolf and just wear a pelt. Bloody,
Yeah.
Bloody.
Yes.
That
Bloody pelt.
Bloody
Then we
pelts.
could be. Wow, they wanted to wear skins last night too. Sir, I don't know. Maybe we should just go back to the base. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how else to track
Although at
anything
this
down.
point, we're closer to the town.
Oh, you know what? We should radio in.
Okay,
Yay! I got that one. 66.
cool. Yeah, no, you establish a good connection. And they report that everything is normal. There's nothing new to report. No new missing people.
No, nobody showing up.
Nobody new showing up.
Okay. So head back.
Yeah, we'll take the truck with us.
We are taking the truck.
I just think it's a good idea. If there's something weird going on in these woods, and having a defensible position would be pretty good.
Okay, that's fine.
Not to
Okay.
mention, if it's a 3-hour drive, it's probably going to be a
full day of work.
full day of work.
Yeah.
Plus, we can have the camp start digging the road
Towards you.
towards us, which will
Okay.
make the
Yeah,
trip
yeah.
faster.
Sure.
Especially when there's like 19 of them or 18.
Right.
Zero. Zero people left.
So one guy on the
That would be
comm
interesting.
doesn't want to tell us things have gone wrong because he's real embarrassed.
I don't really. Yeah. I didn't want to give you guys bad news. So yeah, everything's great.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are working. I'm gonna need strength checks from everybody who does the digging.
What do you mean strength checks?
You're gonna roll
Under my 11 strength?
no, you're gonna roll. I think a ×5 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll under ×5.
23 under 55.
28 under 55.
48 under whatever 5 times 14 is. I'm fine.
Yep.
I'd
Okay.
say we probably all dig, including the
Yeah.
Yeah.
corporal at one point during the day.
Okay. The commander could take the option to not, but
No.
you know.
Well, then he rolled the dice. So I
Yeah.
just
Yep.
assumed.
Yeah, so you guys, like I said, long day of digging. Somebody's sitting behind the wheel, and you guys dig for a bit, see how far you can get the truck. Then you have to dig some more and see how far you can get the truck to go up the hill. A couple parts where it just really digs itself in, and it's a bitch to get out of the snow. You lose one of you mark off a trench tool. One of you loses a trench tool at this point. It's like Ed's going to volunteer.
I'll volunteer to lose my trench tool.
Yep. So yeah, you guys, like I said, spend the entire day digging, and eventually you meet the crew from the camp, and they have cleared a path. You hit that section, and their work just gets, the truck just drives up like it's no big deal. Of course, they're all exhausted because digging a 12-foot wide path through 3 feet of snow is not easy.
That's fair. Yeah,
But
we've been doing that all day. But yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
you haven't been digging 12 foot.
Right,
Like
right.
they've cleared the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You guys were doing what you had to do to get
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
feet further up. They are this road is clear up here.
So we all jump in the truck and
Right,
back
head
to
back
base.
to base together. Yeah. So yeah, you're back in town. What do you guys want to do?
Change into dry, warm clothes.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a nap.
Yeah.
Sleep when you're dead, Captain. No, I don't know. Go try and find out from the men if anything's going on, like anything they noticed in town, any disputes, any conversations,
Okay.
anything.
I want to talk to the men about, was his Hawthorne?
Holloway.
The guy that walked off and just
Oh,
kept
Halford.
Halford. Figure, not asking any direct questions, but just getting an idea of.
Sure. Ed, any actions for McKenzie besides changing into dry, warm clothes?
I'm at a loss. We're right back where we started, and we don't seem to have any more information than when we left, and we're down one more guy.
We're up one wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf carcass.
Dead
Do we have
wolf.
a
Dead wolf.
medic in the group, right? I would assume.
Well, yeah. There's
No, I
a
mean
med-
like
if-
one of the
like
guys
a
is a
medic.
medic.
Like a doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have him check
have
out the
him,
wolf.
Like one of us can stick around with him and let him check out. Like, I don't know. Maybe Ed. Maybe you should help him check out the
sure,
wolf.
sure.
Okay.
Because I've got first aid training. If
Yeah.
that does any good, but yeah,
Sure.
okay, yeah.
I
we'll
just
look
don't
it
want
up.
to can it off to the NPC
Sure.
and watch them like screw us later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally fine, totally fine. It was a werewolf the whole time, and it was sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys head off and do that. So Matt, you were going to.
Talk to the men about anything weird in town.
Okay. So you're new in the area. How about we get a
Hey, I don't recognize
persuasion
you.
roll?
Oh look, no. Oh jeez, it's a 98.
Yeah.
What would be a critical fail of persuasion?
0 100?
No, but I mean, like, what would happen in a critical? Like, you convince them to do the exact opposite of what you asked them
You
to
say
do.
something and they punch you in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just
You
curious.
insult their mothers and they never talk to you again. Yeah. So they're
Your mom's a whore. I meant pass the salt. Ah!
they are not really responsive. There's nothing that they can really tell you that's weird in the town. Everything seems normal here.
Okay.
Commander, you wanted to ask about Halford himself.
Yeah, just figure out if there's anyone around the camp who had become particularly close to him.
Sure. Give me a persuade.
Right. 14 out of 70.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that are from the same village as him, because they group everybody together.
Mhm.
And they say, he's fine. Like, he was a perfectly normal guy. I liked him. Never.
He's not from the same village as Wells, is he?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, like, he doesn't cheat at cards. He's a good guy. Shows up and does his, takes his turn on the train duty or whatever.
Yeah.
No complaints whatsoever. He did mention the howling of the wolves was bothering him before you guys headed out. He says he thinks it was causing bad dreams, but other than that, nothing really stands out.
Okay.
All right, and then Captain McKenzie, you and the medic.
I am assisting on whatever
Yeah.
we're doing with the wolf to see what's up with the
wolfectomy.
wolf.
Just
A wolfectomy?
Yeah.
wolfectomy.
You're gonna
Taking
remove.
the whole wolf out of the wolf.
Yeah.
So kind of an autopsy
Yep.
report. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, you'll just be left with Fishman, though. If you take the wolf out of wolf.
You open it up,
Ye-
just the fisherman.
You can take the wolf out of the Arctic, but you can't take the fisherman out of the wolf.
Yeah, that's exactly how that works.
All right. Go ahead and give me a first aid check just to see what kind of successes you guys get.
Well, he's still dead. 44 out of
Yeah.
84. I'm good.
Not exactly how the skill's supposed to work, but we'll just
Yeah.
no like,
Critical fail. The wolf comes back to life.
sew up the bullet
It was a
wound.
princess all along.
Oh, damn it!
No, everything seems normal about this wolf, and that and everything, in every way you guys can tell. It is weird that he would have attacked. It would have attacked humans with guns because they don't behave that way
Right.
normally, unless. And this wolf wasn't starving. Something
Sure.
something weird was going on.
Okay.
The three of us are the only officers, right?
I mean, I think there's a sergeant or two.
Sergeants are non-com,
Non-
so they
okay.
don't. Is there like a lieutenant? That'd be the
Well,
lowest.
a
level.
lieutenant, because
yes, a lieutenant. is
Lieutenant.
British. Sorry,
Right.
it's my fault.
Lieutenant.
Would that wouldn't be above you guys? Or
No, sergeant is the highest level of non-com, and then lieutenant's the lowest officer.
Okay, then yeah, your commander, the guy you were talking to on the radio, getting reports from, is a lieutenant who is assigned to be the commander's personal assistant
Okay.
/
Yeah.
down the chain.
A bunch of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. I assume we have some sort of officer's mess, even if it's just like a small little sitting room.
Oh yeah, dining room table, 4 chairs, whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out whatever hard alcohol we have, pour a couple of fingers, and sit and wait for Jack to come in.
Okay. All right. After you're done with the wolf, is there anything for you to do?
No. I'm
Okay.
gonna do the same thing. Gonna go find the officer's mess.
Okay.
So when he comes in,
Yeah.
Jack, and I'll pour his glass.
Okay.
Same.
It's a cheap brandy.
It'll warm us.
Yeah.
It's an I don't care.
I'll raise the glass to the British Empire, and, clink, and I'll drink just a little bit.
Say, buddy, I like that.
I'll set it down. Jack, have you felt the effects of our missions on your dreams? We talked briefly
Yeah.
about some unsettling things I felt after Romania.
Bulgaria. I'll never forget Bulgaria. Romania. Bulgaria. I'll never forget.
Are you having nightmares from after Bulgaria?
Nightmare is probably a strong word, but some unsettling dreams, perhaps.
Mine have been quite repetitive.
Okay.
Same thing. That curtain, parting the curtain, seeing what was in there.
Yeah.
Last night it stopped itself, though.
Okay.
And I heard howling and saw a man beast. Yellow eyes.
Would you stop talking if anyone else walked in?
Yeah.
Okay. So
especially if
your new
the
commander walked
like
in.
he already. I know what our reports read like. It sounds like we're nut jobs. Because when we read the previous reports, we were like, "Oh, these guys are nut jobs."
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, no, actually, I've held my sanity pretty well as a result of all of this. I mean, considering everything that we've seen so far, fish people and desiccated corpses and
that moved.
I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job of keeping it all together. But yeah, this is not normal. This is not what we signed up for.
I'm not sure how much of this we should tell the commander. If this is going to be, this is our new assignment, we're stuck with him for a while, even if we get moved out of Snow Mountain. I don't know that Snow Mountain is what they call it. It's a colloquial thing for the troops here. They call it Snow Mountain. Just write that down. I'm letting you know. The troops call it Snow Mountain because there's been a lot of snow and it's been irritating.
And it's a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow Mountain. Write it down.
Written down.
I'm world building with John.
World building with John.
Even if we move away from Snow Mountain, we go somewhere else. He seems a good soldier. He's got the right ideas. I don't have a problem following his orders, but we need to ease him into until he sees something himself. We need to ease him into what we've seen.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because we sound like nut jobs.
So the wolf last night didn't affect you at all?
I just wish I could have gotten a...
You're not going to share your dream with me? Matt is asking Ed, you're not going to share the dream with me?
The dream that got described to me didn't sound like anything particularly memorable.
That's fine.
Mine didn't, and this is Ed talking to Matt. My dream didn't affect my sanity at all.
That's fair.
It seemed
that's
very
fair.
vague. It didn't seem very pointed. So I don't feel like there's really anything to share with you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I would also agree that your details are not.
Yeah.
You weren't ever in the woods.
I thought that the yellow eyes would have been enough. That was
well,
my
you said
at the same time.
You said a man beast. You didn't say yellow eyes.
I did. I said with the yellow eyes.
I don't
Just
remember
now?
That.
I don't remember you saying that just now.
I mean, we got a recording. No, I'm pretty sure I meant to say it if I didn't.
Sure.
So yeah, I
And,
will.
and it's I mean, as the players and the characters, it's hard
Yeah.
for us to remember exactly
Yeah.
what was said in character and out of character. So
you do. Want
I
to
would
mention
mention
eyes. Man
yeah.
beast with yellow eyes.
Well, and it was
Okay.
even if I didn't mention the first time, those yellow eyes are just. I think that's the thing that's really sticking with me.
okay, you know what? I did have a dream last night where I saw a guy with yellow eyes.
Was he kind of hulking and large?
He was far away. I mean, I didn't really get a sense of.
Where was mine? Was in the lab.
You felt like you were about to see the corpse thing again, as it was coming to you, and the beast filled your vision.
Mine was in the lab in Bulgaria, and then as the corpse hand started to part the curtains, this man beast kind of filled my vision. But the yellow eyes, I'm that's the thing that's really. He's big, but I did just fight a giant fish man, so that's not so hard. But the eyes themselves seemed unnatural.
I mean, mine was just sort of a silhouette off in the middle distance, but it felt like I was back home. It was hard for me to really get a sense of how big he was.
So, in an attempt to make levity, he goes, "So it smelled like maple syrup." And he says it just like that, and it's not at all funny.
And so Jack responds exactly the way Ed is responding
Just to
right
stare
now.
at him.
Just staring at you like, the hell is your point?
At this point, Commander, you can come in with
You
your
talk funny.
lieutenant if you want.
Okay. Oh, and one more question about when I was talking to the men.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
One of his friends, or a couple of his friends, said the wolves are giving him bad dreams.
Yes.
Has anyone else mentioned bad dreams?
Give me another persuasion roll.
Nope.
Nobody says anything about also having bad dreams.
Okay.
So you hear Jack and Kauri having a conversation. It's quiet, a little muffled by the door or flap or whatever. I
I
don't
assume
know.
it's a door. Like we're probably in somebody's home,
Maybe, yeah.
and we've taken over like the back dining room as our
Sure,
office,
yeah.
quote unquote officer mess.
Yeah. Maybe the inn that doesn't really do a lot of business during the
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
Or during World War II.
That also, but
especially this close to Germany.
I mean, during peace times, I'm sure it was
Yeah,
fine. But yeah, lately, so yeah.
Come
you
and
g-
see the border.
When the commander walks in,
Mhm.
I'll like get up and go grab 2 glasses and set them down on the table. Sir,
Oh, thank you.
Lieutenant,
Yes.
or Lieutenant, whatever.
Shouldn't he pour?
I'm in a good mood,
Okay.
so I'll pour
Sure.
both of them, and I'll set the bottle down and to the Empire,
The Empire.
clinkety clink, and
The Queen, King,
King.
King.
To the King, clinkety clink.
Yeah. God save the king.
Then I'll take a little sip and set it down again.
All right.
Okay.
So, was there anything found with the wolf?
Nothing. Nothing. Seems like a completely normal wolf.
Except for its complete disregard for
Natural order.
noises and
Well, now that it's dead, it seems like a perfectly normal dead wolf.
lovely.
It's got to be environmental, sir. I mean, if there's nothing physiological with it, I mean, maybe we're missing something. It's not like the doc and
Yeah.
Captain McKenzie are
Vets.
vets, but you know,
Right. And I'm no biologist, but the doctor didn't seem to notice anything wrong with him either.
I checked around. There doesn't seem to be anything else weird happening in town. So if something's going on, it's either not affecting up here much, or it's in some sort of weird cycle where it's not affecting right now.
Let me write down. What was the guy's name again?
Which guy?
Halford.
Halford.
Halford. I'm gonna write that down.
Wells and Halford are the 2 men that have disappeared.
What's the lieutenant's name?
Berkshire.
Sure, I like it. That was a quick, good job coming up with an English name that quickly. That was nice.
I think it's a village in that I.
Yeah.
It's probably the name of the town in Hot Fuzz.
I asked around with his friends in the area, and the only weird thing that he brought up was the howling of wolves had been giving him issues sleeping.
There's a pointed exchange of eye contact between Jack and Kauri.
Also, have the wolves been howling up here? Is that
You guys heard them the first night you guys
Yeah.
have heard them on and off,
okay?
but at the time it didn't seem weird.
Yeah.
Is it Berkshire? Is what you said?
Yes,
Berkshire. You experience any weird dreams?
I can't say that I have.
Howling's not bothering you?
No, I wouldn't really say that it is. It's different. I'm not used to hearing wolves. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
London man myself.
Yeah, not a lot of
a
different
lot
kind
of-
of wolves there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm giving Kauri
We're
A
both
look.
like,
a look of should we? I mean,
sir.
I'll. Do you want me to go ahead and go out on a limb here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. How about any dreams about yellow-eyed men?
Or yellow-eyed beast men.
Why do you ask?
That's not a no, sir.
Last night, my dreams were interrupted by a figure, a man beast with yellow eyes. It's brief. I was woken shortly after, but the yellow eyes really stuck with me. I mentioned it to Jack, Captain McKenzie, and you go ahead, Jack.
I had a similar dream, at least in terms of a large figure with yellow eyes. Just seems like an awful coincidence.
And you, sir, did you have a similar?
Not dissimilar dream, yes.
Well, that's pretty odd.
I would say the whole thing was unsettling for me.
Very much so. I had attributed at the time to the stressful nature of hanging war and
I love how the good British Empire gentlemen are having a conversation about feelings in the most mundane, like muted way. Like it was just kind of unsettling. I don't know.
We don't
Makes
talk about
sense.
such things.
Yeah.
We're manly men.
Berkshire. Have you heard it?
Birkenstock is a sandal.
Berkshire, are there any other men that are having problems?
Not that I'm aware of, sir, but I can.
Are you close to the men? I mean, they.
I'm
if
their
you ask-
superior officer. I've known. We've been here a while.
Okay.
I can ask.
I trust Jack and our abilities, but I feel like we don't have a connection with the men here that they're going to be willing to open up.
I understand.
So
That makes sense to me.
I don't know, Commander. I don't want to step on your toes, but it may be something that people closer to the men need to look into.
yes. I'm assuming I have one or two, for want of a better term, spies among the men.
I mean, you have men that are friendlier to you,
Yeah.
but to the point that Berkshire and Loveridge were talking about, you have a good connection with them, but you didn't ask the question about the dreams to them like he did, right? Yeah. So they may have opened up to you a lot easier than they opened up to the new guy.
Might also suggest that maybe we talk to the families of the boys that are missing, asking about any dreams. If I wouldn't want to upset the families, so maybe not.
No, but we might want to have patrols look out for strange wolf activity if they're getting that aggressive and send word to the village.
With all due respect, Commander, I think at this point we need to be on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary, and I'm not just talking about Nazis. Anything out of the ordinary.
Are there any skis up here?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How long of a ski trip is it? 6 hours, give or take, to the next town?
Probably a little more than 6, just to the depot. There's the last place that you, yeah, probably a little more than 6.
I'm thinking
'cause
it was
you're
all
not-
downhill, so
Yeah.
it might go faster, but yeah.
Yeah, but you're still not going to get up to speed like a truck
Yeah.
on a clear road. Because anyway, Commander, can I get you to give me an idea roll?
I was about to ask when you said commander, I was like, is the lieutenant talking?
No.
35 out of
Yeah.
it'd be 50 times. No, 80.
Yeah.
So
So
35 out of 80.
on the topic of questioning the parents, you are on good terms, if not friends, with the constable, the sheriff.
Okay.
He could talk to the families without raising any suspicion.
Yeah.
You could easily go with him under the guise of, trying to foster relationships, but telling him about the dreams, asking, getting him to ask the families
Yeah.
if there was any talk of that among the children before they disappeared, would probably go over much smoother than just soldiers showing up and asking
Yeah.
questions.
Could we get the sheriff on the radio?
Well, he's like in town.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys are in the inn in Wepler.
Okay.
The depot town is the next place over down the road. So yeah, it would. I mean, it's getting late at night. Might wait. I mean, entirely your call. If you want to go now, might be a breach of decorum, but it wouldn't be crazy, or you could wait till morning.
Might also put the parents more at ease if we come later. If we come tonight, showing that we have compassion and we kind of want to get all the information we can, so we can set out early in the morning to help find the children.
Like I said, I leave that up to your call. It's entirely your call.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Cirque, maybe take a couple extra men with you just in case. I want to make sure there's enough guns out there if there's another pack of wolves, if you guys are going to be moving from place to place at night.
We could do that, yeah.
Are you volunteering?
That wasn't necessarily volunteering. I prefer to have...
I'd rather have you guys who
Okay.
have seen active combat recently than the
Yes,
rest of the men who have
active combat, yes.
been sitting here watching for weeks, months, maybe.
Flailing bayonets at wolves and missing. Yes, I'll go.
Okay, so
Hey, you got that wolf back.
I did drag the dead wolf back. Thank you. Yes.
The
So, yeah,
bayonet
you
in the
guys-
operating room.
yeah, you guys, like I said, it takes a minute. You know, it takes a good amount of time to raise the constable. He was turning in for the evening, and then to get him coat on and everything, and head out to the houses, to the first family. But he doesn't completely understand or I guess, tell me what you tell the constable in brief.
We have noticed kind of we're living in strange times as it is, but we are trying to find any sort of connection between my missing 2 men and the 2 missing boys to try and help find them. And we noticed that I'll let them know we were attacked by wolves, so, you might want to put word around to be extra careful, keep the lamps lit around town a little longer. But that we were attacked by the wolves, and that we've heard people complaining that the howling wolves were causing a sense of unease, and that might...
Your soldiers were... The wolves were causing unease among your soldiers?
Among the citizens of the town. The soldiers are currently citizens, so it's not a lie.
Arguable. That could be argued. Okay, so then you want...
To know if the boys had talked about the wolves at all.
Okay. It's a little late. Are you sure you want to disturb the families this hour?
It just recently came to light when we were talking about it, and I just wanted to get as much information as I could so we could set out early in the morning and try and find the trails.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, do you want the cobbler or the general store owner first?
Which
Doesn't
one disappeared first?
The cobbler's son.
Okay, we will go to the cobbler then.
Okay.
Plus, he has less work to do with the elves and all.
Sure. So yeah, you. Like
No, that's Keebler. That's Keebler.
No, the shoemaker and the elves.
Yeah. You don't know that story?
Of course, I know the story.
No, it just may be a Canadian thing, but no, they don't know that story.
Well, they're so obsessed with pastries over there.
Yeah.
I was talking about Keebler elves. The Keebler elves.
I'm not familiar with these.
I hate you.
All right. So the cobbler and his wife, they're concerned when you show up because, why are British soldiers bothering them in the night? But, there's the constable there to reassure them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is perfectly normal.
Yeah. So you asked the constable to ask about want the constable to ask about the boys' dreams.
Well, to see if they had been talking about wolves in
Wolves.
general. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that they had
Sure.
had dreams about. Yeah.
Yeah. They tell you that their son didn't mention wolves specifically, but he did say that he saw something outside the house walking around in the shadows away from the moonlight. And all he could describe, he said it looked like a man, but it had yellow eyes.
Okay.
And you get a similar story from the general store's manager, owner, about his son Jacob. He said he saw something, but they brushed it off as a nightmare.
Yeah.
It wasn't, there weren't any tracks in the snow to, they went out and looked the next morning. There was no evidence of anything out there where he saw, so they just, brushed it off, but it was just the one time.
And how long ago was that before the disappearances?
The night before.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good.
Any thoughts?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Sounds like we need to go hunting wolves pretty soon.
Maybe. All right. So, yeah. So that's where you're standing. What do you guys want to do?
I think the first thing we do is we get the constable to kind of not shut the town down at night, but make sure that they're aware.
Curfew.
Yeah, like after dark, they need to be indoors.
Most people are, but
Yeah.
he's willing to
Stress the safety.
stress it up. Yeah. Yep.
And I assume that the town isn't all indoor plumbing. There's probably latrines. Like
This
Go back to chamber pots.
Yeah,
for-
this area is more chamber pots.
Okay.
There's not a lot of plumbing.
yeah, so maybe that's a no nighttime
Right.
outhouse
Right.
trips.
Well, it's cold. A lot of people
Yeah.
probably with this in that option, they don't
Yeah.
have to.
And then I want to maybe put out some of our men on a patrol around the town during the
Yeah.
day, not at night, because we don't need our men all like murdered by wolves during the night.
and disappearing.
Yeah, but I don't know, like patrol of 4, just kind of keeping an eye out for wolves specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume we're not like actively patrolling the town now already, are we?
No.
Yeah. So just
So if anything like perimeter checks,
yeah, and they can even do it from a vehicle. Like it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just as long as they're going around the town and seeing, make sure they don't see, because if there's wolves in the town during the day, we got a whole other problem.
Okay.
So
Are you giving orders to tell the people what they're doing? What's the official word about what they're doing?
to our soldiers,
Yeah.
there's been wolf attacks.
Like if
Oh.
the people ask, are they talking?
What does the constable think?
Constable doesn't want to raise a panic. He would rather. He's going to talk to people, his people, the way he talks to them, to keep them from raising a panic. If he's worried that if your soldiers go around talking about wolf attacks,
The official word from our soldiers would probably be something along the lines of, we need to get used to patrolling and get them in trained for that. So this is a training exercise.
does that work?
I mean,
for you?
that's the whole military cover, isn't it? It's all
Sure.
training exercises.
Everything's a training.
it's either
Works
that
for
or
me.
just this is what word from on high said.
Okay. So new captains,
Yeah. We're here to whip the men into shape.
sure.
Sure.
There you go.
If that works for you guys, it works for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Especially delivered with the guy with the torn up face and the milky eye.
Yeah. I'm a terrible, terrible driver of men, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. Whatever.
All right. So yeah, that happens. What do you guys want to do now?
I guess we have to wait, right? Until something else happens. We can't track through the snow that's already fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the good news. So you go to sleep.
Yeah. Good news
Everybody
is
give me
no
sanity
dreams.
checks.
Nope.
Good God. no.
Oh, 000.
Oh, nice.
No, it's not.
It is for me.
You're
Well,
Sadistic bastard.
technically, mechanically, nothing changes. However, Johnny
Right.
will get to make things terrible for you.
Yeah.
of course. Of course.
Are we losing
So
at D3 again?
yeah, D3, D6, cut it in half.
Wow, that's tough.
I lost two more.
I lost 3.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So I'm down from 75 to 70.
Sure.
I'm down to 59.
But that's the only two you've lost this.
That's the only two I've lost.
session.
Yeah. This entire.
You're at 5 now.
Yeah, I'm at
So you're fine.
67 still.
Yeah.
Well, it's all within an hour.
Okay. I
It's
guess
a
that's good
gameplay.
point.
It's an in-game hour.
In-game
Yeah.
hour, yeah. So yeah, you guys have fitful dreams, to say the least. So the woods, the moon, the creature comes out, and yeah, it's a ways. You're gonna get a different one,
Sure.
Matt.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is just for McKenzie and Llewellyn. The creature's out a ways. You see it walking among the trees.
Upright, 2 legs.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, because at first glance you think it's the same guy, but he hits a patch of lighter shadow, and he's the hulking gray beast with the glowing yellow eyes. That the same eyes, but more intense. They're bestial and human, too human to be animal and too animal to be human. Scary. And the creature turns and runs at you. You turn and try to run away, and you're just running and running, and you take that chance to look back and see if you've escaped, and you don't see anything. And you look up in the sky, and now the moon is no longer the sliver of an eye, but a glaring yellow inhuman bestial eye staring down at you. And you just know in that lizard brain of yours, all you can do is run, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to get you. So Loveridge.
Yep.
You're in the lab.
Yep.
You're approaching the curtain.
Yeah.
You don't want to go behind the curtain.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's
yeah.
But you're approaching the curtain, and you have to go through it. You can't stop yourself this time. But you part the curtain, and you're in the woods.
Okay.
And you're able to turn back and look, and there's the lab and there's the woods. So somehow going through the curtain has left you outside.
Okay.
There's the moon, sliver of yellow. Off in the distance, you can see the hulking gray beast. It hasn't spotted you yet. And you hear your name whispered in that raspy corpse visage voice. And you turn and you see the red eyes in the darkness. The lab is gone. Behind you is only darkness. In front of you is only darkness and the red eyes. Behind you is the forest and the moon. And you hear a howl that's, again, wolf and man combined. And you fear turning away from the red eyes, but you know that something else is coming at you. And you turn back to see the beast almost upon you, at which point another dark figure jumps over you. And the red-eyed thing and the yellow-eyed thing start to fight. And despite the fact that they are focused on each other, you know that you are in danger, no matter who the victor is.
Oh, good.
They're coming after you next.
Oh, good.
And as you run through the night, you're straddling that line between the utter dark and the scary dark forest. But you manage to wake up, just cold sweats, panting, and just the image of those two sets of eyes in the darkness, staring at you and fighting with each other.
Excellent. Well, that is a great place for us to call it an episode. We put out other podcasts. You can check those out over at nerdsdom.com. Definitely check those out because they are fantastic. Otherwise, we will talk to you guys next week. And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us over on Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/nerdsdomain and twitter.com/nerdsdomain. You can also check out our site at nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Passion Nerdly for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain and check out our shirts at TeePublic.